No. Okay. So if you remember, in the previous section, we have seen that how to connect a Java application with the MySQL, and this was a sample code. Is screen visible? All of you?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes, sir.
okay. So we have seen this, that for the connectivity, we need to import java.sql.star. Okay, because this particular package contains all the related interfaces and classes which we need for the connectivity between the Java application and the database. Then we have seen how we have created a sample class, say class MySQL connection con, and in the main method, inside the try catch block, we have written the code. So inside the try block, we have written first the registration of the driver with the help of class.forName. But nowadays, this is automatically registration takes place. So this steps becomes optional, class.forName. The second thing was we have to create a connection object, and we have to say driver manager dot get connection, and we have to pass three parameters. The first parameter is the our MySQL database URL. Second parameter is the username. Okay, that is this one. Root is the username of your MySQL database by default, and the password, whatever you have taken at the time of installation. Okay, so check out, this step is optional in now in the recent versions of MySQL. So this is our first step. Connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection. After that, you have to create the statement object with the help of create statement. Statement stmt is equal to con dot create statement. Once the statement is once the connection is created, then you are sending your requirements through statement. Okay, so after that you have to send the query, the select star from emp, this is my query. You have to execute the query with the help of stmt object, and results will be collected in the rs object of result set. And now once results are collected in the rs object, you have to check the rs object with the help of rs.next, and you have to extract those results from the rs object one by one, and you have to print it on the screen or the console with the help of rs.getInt, rs.getString, such methods. Okay, and lastly you can close the connection. So all these particular things you have to try. Okay, so that should be in a try block. Okay, and once the try block is ended, you have to write down a catch block with the exception e as a parameter. So anything goes wrong over here, it is going to throw the exception. When we have seen this get connection method, create statement method, execute query method, there was a throw SQL exception. Okay, these all these methods throw SQL exception. So if anything goes wrong, these methods are going to throw the SQL exception, which will be caught in the catch block, and it will print that exception. So that is what we have seen in the theory session. Now today in the practical session, we will see the program. Okay. I'm getting certain noise, so please mute the microphones, all of you. Okay, we'll start with the program. Now the screen is visible, all of you, clearly. Is the screen visible? Is the program visible? Eclipse IDE.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, now please concentrate. This is very important, somewhat critical concept, but you have to implement this assignment as it is. Okay, you can implement it for any other database. I have taken the employee database. You have to take any other database and implement the assignment. Okay, this is from your lab portion. Now tell me, have you installed MySQL?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
It was
Yes,
installed
ma'am.
successfully.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Please
Yes,
follow
ma'am.
the instructions. I have
Yes.
shared the PPT also. Yesterday I tried to upload the video on VLP. After 8 to 10 tries, I left because it was not getting uploaded. But I uploaded the PPT, all the steps. Okay. Please please install the MySQL properly, create the table and check out it is working fine. Okay. Then and then only this assignment will be possible to you. Okay. So start with the assignment now. Okay, the very first thing is that we have to import our java.sql.star. Okay, because this particular package contains all the interfaces and all the classes required for establishing the connection of Java application with your MySQL database. Okay, now we are going to create any public class. Okay, any name you can give. In the main method, I have written all the code. Now I have declared these variables. Okay, string URL, database URL. Okay, it is nothing but your MySQL database URL. So it has a particular fixed syntax: JDBC colon MySQL colon / localhost 3306 is a port, and this is the name of the schema. This is the name of the database which you have created in MySQL. Okay, yesterday I told you how to create the database, how to create a schema using MySQL. So first of all, you have to create a schema and give the name of the schema. So I have created a schema called employee in MySQL. So my URL is JDBC colon MySQL colon localhost colon 3306 / employee. Employee is my schema, employee is my database. Second is username. I have the username root. Okay, the same username. And the next is a password. I have given priya at the rate of 9080. This is the password at the time of installation. So this is my password. It is required when you establish a connection. Okay, all these three parameters. After that, I have created a connection con object. Okay, and one more object I have created over here: scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in, because I am going to get the elements runtime, and those elements I am going to send to the database. Those elements I am going to add to the database at runtime. Okay, so one scanner object also I have defined. Check out, I have taken URL, username, password. Okay, now where I'm going to use it? Start with your try section. Okay, in the try section, what I have done now, check it out. I have started with connection con. Okay, connection con object. Con is equal to driver manager dot get connection. This is our first step. You are establishing the road, you are establishing a connection. So driver manager dot get connection. Okay, there are three parameters. The first is our database URL. So this URL will take place over here. Second parameter is username. Third parameter is password. Okay, so if your URL is proper, username and your password is proper, you will be returned with a successful connection. Okay, so you have to check it. If connection is not equal to null, that means if your connection with MySQL is established properly, then you have to just print the message that connected. Okay, the if connection is not equal to null connection, you have to print it connected. It indicates that you have successfully connected with a SQL database. Okay, now in the same try block we are going to continue. In the try block, first we have set our connection, and the next step we are going to insert the records. Okay, we are going to add the records to our employee table. We have already created a employee database, and in that employee database I have already created EMPL table. Okay, check it out over here. This is my MySQL interface, workbench interface. I have already created a EMPL database, and inside EMPL database I have created this table. Okay, sorry, inside employee database I have created a EMPL table, and this is my EMPL table. So I have already added certain elements in that. It contains three columns. First is ID, second is name, and third is age. Okay, I have already populated it with some records. So say ID is equal to 102, name is Lakshmi, and age is 16, or 103, 107, and likewise. So I have already populated this table with some record. Now I want to insert some more records into this table, but I want to insert through the Java application. Check out, this is my MySQL workbench. This is my MySQL table. Table name is EMPL. Employee is the database name or a schema name. I want to insert the record at this place using the Java application, which I am writing over here using Eclipse. Okay. So what we have done till now, we have just set up the connection. Okay. We have just set up the connection with the employee database. Okay. Using the proper username and password. And suppose we have connected properly. Now next job is we have to insert the record. Okay. Now check it out. I have already made all the operations and I have used it into the switch case for the proper categorization. So check it out. What records I need to enter? I need to enter employee ID, I need to enter employee name, and I need to enter employee age. These are the three attributes I have to insert into the table. Okay. So you are going to scan it first. So just print a message, enter employee ID and scan it. I have taken one variable, say ID. This variable should be different one. Okay. ID is equal to sc dot next int, and I'm going to scan the employee ID. Now all of you know how to use the scanner. Okay, scanner object. Check it out over here. Scanner sc is equal to new scanner. So sc is my object, and sc, using the sc object, I can call the methods like next int or the sc dot next. Okay, so it is a integer, ID is integer, so I will call next int method. Okay, similarly I will scan the name. String name NAM is equal to sc dot next, and again I will call age. I will enter the age with integer ag is equal to sc dot next int. Okay, so these three variables I have scanned: ID, NAM, and age. ID, name, and age of employee I have scanned. Now after scanning it, you have to send it to the table. You have to send it to a table, and for that purpose you have to write down the SQL query. You have to write down the SQL query. So I will define it. Take a variable string SQL. This is my SQL is a variable which will hold the SQL query. What is the query you have to write down? Insert into EMPL. Check it out. Insert into. Insert the records into which table? EMPL table. Okay, this is your query. Insert into is capital. Okay, insert into EMPL. What you need to insert? You need to insert 3 columns. You need to insert the values at 3 columns. So you should know what are the name of 3 columns. What are the name of 3 columns? Check it out. ID, EMPL, name, and age. So I have to write down over here in the bracket ID, EMPL, name, and age. So in the EMPL table, into these 3 columns, we are going to insert the values. Okay, we are going to insert the values. I am going to insert values dynamically. Okay, I am not going to insert value only for once statically. I am going to insert dynamically. So 3 columns are there. You have to insert 3 values. As the values are dynamic, put the question mark, comma, question mark, comma, question mark. Close the bracket, colon, quotes and semicolon. So this is your SQL query. Okay, this is your SQL query to insert the record into the table. I'll repeat. Insert into. After that, table name. Okay, see, table name EMPL. Okay, insert into EMPL. In the table EMPL, these are the 3 columns that you need to mention. Insert into EMPL values. But values I don't know right now. I'm going to scan it through the user. So put the 3 question marks and complete your query. Okay, this is the query to add the elements into the table. Okay, after that, what I'm going to do, now you have set a connection, you have taken a query. Okay, you have to create a prepared statement or the statement object. Okay, now we have seen in our theory about the statement interface. Statement interface. I am using the prepared statement interface. We know that statement interface has two versions. So we are going to use the prepared statement instead of plain statement. Okay. So see, our statement interface is used if if our query is static one, or if we do not have any parameters in the query, then we can use the normal statement interface. But now this query is not static. We are going to insert the records dynamically, so we have to use the prepared statement interface. Okay, so we will create one object, prepared statement is equal to connection dot prepare statement. Okay, this is the same thing, like statement stmt is equal to connection dot statement. So the same thing is there. So we are going to create the prepared statement object, and it will take the parameter query. Okay, it will take the parameter our SQL query. Now what it will do, it will prepare the requirement. Okay, it will pass this query to the MySQL. Okay, how it will pass, check out now. Statement dot set integer. Set integer is used to set the parameters, okay, properly. So what is the first parameter, what is the first question mark, that will be the first parameter. Okay, so here one, the first parameter should be id. Okay, the first parameter is id, first question mark is id. So we are going to set the integer first, this one corresponds to the this question mark. Okay, and we want to set the id for that. Okay, then second is, our second is name, second question mark is for name. So we will call statement dot set string 2 comma NAM. NAM is nothing but whatever we have accepted. Similarly, this ID, whatever we have accepted. See, at runtime, we are going to set the values into the table. The first column, we are going to set the ID, what we have accepted from the user. In the second column, we are going to set the name, whatever we have accepted from the user. And in the third column, we are going to set the age, whatever we have accepted from the user. So AG. So in this way, check it out. We have created a query, and we have then created a statement, and then we have set the first column, second column, and third column with the values what we have obtained, with the values what we have taken from the user in the variable id, name, and age. Okay, so this is how the values will be inserted. Your one row in the table will be created. Okay, and after that we will take one variable, say rows inserted is equal to statement dot execute update. This execute update method is very important. Until and unless you run this execute update method, your contents will not be inserted into the MySQL table. Okay, so this is what you have just set, but when you call execute update, then only your contents will be inserted to the MySQL table. Okay, now after that you just have to check if rows inserted is greater than 1. If this execute update executes once, that means it will increment this particular variable. If it is greater than 1, you have to just print the message that a new user or new employee was inserted successfully. And after that I have called the do while method. Do you want to continue? If you want to continue inserting more number of employees, you can continue it. Okay, now let me execute this program and let us check how it works. So let us execute it. Are you with me, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so check it out.
Yes, ma'am.
What will happen, initially the try block is there. Okay, and we will set the connection. If our connection gets properly connected, then we will get the message connected. Okay, so our connection is successful, we have got the message connected. Okay, it is successfully connected. Now it will ask for the choices. As I have used the switch loop, I am asking for the choices. So right now we have just seen add employee wala case. Okay, so give the case number 1. Okay. Now what will happen? It will ask me the details of the employee which I need to enter. It will ask me the ID, name and age. So I will enter employee ID, say 181, employee name, say Lakshman, and employee age is say 43. Okay. These three, 181, Lakshman, 43. This is the contents of the employee. This is the table. This is the record of the employee I want to insert. And then I will say, okay, I have just entered. If everything is proper, see, this query will be written like this: insert into employee ID, EMPL, name, age, values. Now first value is 181 because of this set int. Second question mark will take the value of Lakshman because of this set string, and third question mark will take the value of 43 because of this set int age. Okay, and now the query will be like this: insert into EMPL ID, name, age, 181, Lakshman, 43. And we have also called the execute update. Once execute update will be invoked, then this particular employee details will be inserted successfully into the MySQL table. I have got the message: a new user or new employee was inserted successfully. Okay, now let us check it out in our MySQL table. This was my MySQL table. These are the previous content. I'll just refresh it to check whether I'm getting the data or not. Okay, so check out. I have refreshed it and the data has been
Table is not visible.
okay. I'll share the screen again. One sec. Yeah. So just check it out that our table, this 181 Lakshman 43, in our table the data has got inserted properly. Okay, initially I was having the records up to 141. Now I have entered 181 Lakshman 43. I just refreshed it with the help of this refresh, and my data has been executed. My data has been inserted into the MySQL table successfully. Now check it out. Here I have written one more method. Okay, so see here, this last option is fourth option. Okay, to display. Here also I can get the details that 181 Lakshman 43, this data is appended to the table successfully. Now we have seen how to add the data to the table. Now we will directly see case number 4, how to display the data. Check it out. Whatever the table data is there, this is the option 4, display. So I am able to extract all the data present in the table and show it onto the console. So with the help of result set, we are going to do it, obviously. So check it out. Our case number 4 is display. Now once you have inserted, we can display it on the console. So for that purpose, you have to write down the query again. So I have defined one variable SQL1. Are you getting the screen?
Ma'am, share the screen.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Yeah. Now are you getting the screen of Eclipse? Are you
Yes,
getting?
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah. So
Yes, ma'am.
okay, we are going to see the option 4 now. Okay, the display. Once you have inserted the contents, the next is you have to show these contents on the console. Okay, so create one more query, SQL1, string SQL1, and the query is very simple: select star from EMPL. Okay, this is a static kind of query. Okay, static means in this query I am not passing any parameters, I am not passing any dynamic values. What I want, I just want that whatever are the contents in the employee table, all should be fetched. Okay, so the query is select star. Star means fetch all the contents from EMPL table. Okay, and check out statement stmt is equal to connection dot create statement. Now this statement is you are familiar with. Statement, this is our normal statement interface. Okay, and prepared statement we have used because we want the dynamic query execution, we want to pass the dynamic values. Okay, statement does not support it. Statement supports simple static kind of queries like create table or drop table or select star from table like this. Okay, so here in this case we have used statement stmt is equal to con dot create statement, and we have uh, executed the query with the help of statement execute query. We have passed the query sql1, which is in the sql1 select star from emp. Okay, and we have obtained the result in the result result variable. Okay, now all your employee records are available in the result, and we need to print these records one by one on the screen. Okay, so I have declared one counter variable. You can uh, do this formatting, or directly you can call this method system.out.println in the obviously in the while loop result.next. Result.next, one result means the one row in the table. Okay, and until and unless there are rows, so there are 12 employees, so up to 12 this for loop is going to execute. Okay, so you can just print like this result dot get int 1. Why get integer? Because first column is id. Result dot get string 2 because second column is name, and third is again the age id, sorry, age integer, that's why get int comma 3, get int 3. So you can write down this particular statement, only one line statement in a while loop. I have done certain kind of formatting. Okay, so check it out. What I have done, I have taken eid result dot get int 1. I have taken all these three elements into the separate variables. Okay, result dot get int 1 into eid, result dot get string 2 second column into name ename, and age is the third variable. I'm going to get result dot get int age. So check out, get int 1, get string 2, and get int age. So you can pass either the column number or you can pass the column name. I know my third column name is age, so I have passed here the column name. So both the methods are valid. Okay, so what I have done, I have taken these three columns into the three variables, and I have done one formatting, just employee hash percentage d for integer, percentage d for integer, for id this is for counter, first percentage d is for counter, second percentage d is for id, then for string percentages, and percentage d is for the age. And then I have done system.out.println string dot format is a method. Okay, formatting method. What you want to format? The output. Okay, this is the formatting style. And after that you have to pass in the first d take count, second percent d take id, then percentage s name, and then percentage d age. Okay, so instead of these 4-5 lines, you can just write down this line unformatted. Okay, normally simply you with the slash n you can print these values. I have done this formatting, you can check out employee. Okay, employee hash 1. Okay, employee hash the employee id, so 101, employee name. Okay, and then employee age, and likewise all the records from the mysql table are fetched and printed over here. Okay, so we have seen two options. The first option is how to insert record into the employee table, and the last option how to display the record. For displaying the record you have to retrieve the data from the mysql table. Okay, and then you have to display it on the system. So both the options we have seen, insert into and select star from. Okay, insert into empl and select star from empl. These are the queries. Now the after that, once you insert and display, the next thing is that if you want to update, okay, if you want to update the current record, you with the help of our java application. Okay, so for that purpose, see the some of the things are common, like you want to first you have to get the employee id whose records you want to update. Okay, because your employee id is primary key. There are no two employee ids with the same there are no two employees with the same id possible, because we have set our employee id as a primary key, and that is why we have to take the employee id first. Okay, and once you get the employee id, other details you can update. Okay, so enter employee id whose records are to be updated. I have scanned it and I have taken it in the variable UID. Okay, updation ID, UID. Okay, now enter the updated employee name, or enter the name, whatever new name you want for that employee. Any changes there in the name? So I have scanned it in the uname variable, and the updated age I have scanned it in the uage variable. Okay, so just scan the details of the employee. Then you have to write down new query. I have written it into the SQL2 variable. Okay, so what is the new query? Update EMPL. The query is update EMPL, update table. Table name is EMPL. How you have to update? You have to set. This is again a keyword. Check it out. Update is capital, set is capital. Update what? Table. You have to set. What you have to set? There are three total columns. Out of that, first column we are going to take from the user. Okay, that for that column we cannot change its value because it's the primary key, and based on primary key we are going to change the other records. So we can set the name and age in this case. Okay, so check it out. Update EMPL, set name is equal to question mark. Name is equal to question mark means new name you can assign. Age is equal to question mark. Okay, where is again a keyword. Where id EMPL is equal to question mark. Okay, so check out. We have to scan the id, we have to scan the name, we have to scan the age, and we have to update the table where id is this. You have to change the name and you have to change the age. Okay, so query is like this. Update EMPL, set name is equal to question mark, age is equal to question mark, where id is question mark. Okay, now after writing the query we have to write down our prepared statement. So prepared statement, statement 1, new object I have created, con dot prepared statement. Okay, and I have passed the query, update query over here, SQL2. Okay, and now what you have to do? Statement 1 dot set string. Okay, hello, statement 1 dot set string 1. This one is nothing but your first question mark. Okay, please remember this, that this one is nothing but your first question mark. What is your first question mark? It should take the value of name. So I will pass set statement dot set string 1 comma uname. Okay, uname which I have scanned. Okay, updated name. Now statement dot set int 2 comma uage. This 2 is nothing but your second question mark. Second question mark is for the age. So I will pass uage over here. And where id EMPL is equal to question mark. Where id is, so I am passing set int 3. Third question mark is for the id. So I will pass uid over here. Okay, I will pass uid over here. Now this query will be, we have to execute this query. So take one variable, rows updated, any variable you can take, is equal to statement 1 dot execute update. So again the same rule is there. Until and unless you call execute update method, this query will not be executed and changes will not be reflected to the MySQL table. So once this execute update is executed properly, then your counter will be incremented. Update counter will be incremented. And if rows updated equal to greater than 1, then we are going to print the message that an employee was updated successfully. Okay, so I'll repeat the updation code again. First of all, you have to enter the employee ID whose records you want to update. I have taken it into the variable UID. Then you have taken the ID. Now which records you can update? You can update the name and you can update the age. These are the only remaining two attributes. So scan those age and name. I have scanned them into the uname and uage. Then write down the query for updation. The query will be written like this: update EMPL. Okay, you are going to update your table. What you are going to set? You are going to set name is equal to new name, which will be question mark over here, and age is equal to new age, again a question mark over here, where id is equal to question mark. Okay, so we are going to enter the ID first, and then for that ID we are going to set new name and you are going to set new age. Okay, call the prepared statement, create a prepared statement, pass the query, set the proper values for the all the three question marks, and then call the statement dot execute update method. Okay, now let us check how it works. So I will execute this again. Okay, these are the records what we have. Okay, now again connected, I want to run my case number 2. So say case number 2 is for update. It will ask me first enter employee whose records are to be updated. Just now we have entered the record with ID 181, so I will say 181. Okay, that is the employee which I needs to be updated, the one we have just entered. Okay, so it will ask me enter the updated employee name, enter the new name. So I have entered Lakshman, say I will enter here say Bharat, the new name I have entered instead of Lakshman, and the employee age is say 45, so I have entered another age. Okay, and just enter. Okay, an employee was updated successfully, so it is showing me that employee is updated successfully. Let us check it out with our display function. So check it out, the fourth option. See, our initially we have entered 181 Lakshman 43, now it is 181 Bharat 45, so our record has updated successfully. Now let us check it out in the MySQL workbench. Okay, I'll share that screen first. Okay, so this is my MySQL screen. Okay, and now check it out. 181 Lakshman 43. This was my previous record. I just updated it. It is not showing right now. We need to refresh it. So just refresh it with the help of this particular button. I will refresh it and check it out. It has got refreshed 181 Bharat 45. So this is how the records are updated in MySQL using the Java application. Okay, we'll move back to our code in Eclipse. We are going to see our last operation. How much time is remaining? I think we are running out of the time. It's 3:40. Okay, we'll check. So the last option is delete. Okay, so for delete is the very simple option. Enter the employee ID whose records are to be deleted. Okay, we are going to enter it. We are going to scan that ID. So I have here taken DID. DID refers to delete ID. Okay, and then I will fire a query. I have taken it in the SQL3. So query is delete from employee. Okay, delete from table name EMPL where ID is equal to question mark. This is a very simple query for delete. Delete from EMPL where ID is equal to question mark. I have accepted it in the DID. Again, you have to say prepared statement, STMT statement 3, con.prepared statement, and pass your query SQL3 for the delete, and say statement 3 dot setInt. Only one question mark is there, and that refers to the delete ID, DID, which we have scanned. Okay, and I will call the execute update method. Again, execute update is very essential. Until and unless you call execute update, your changes will not be reflected to the MySQL table. Okay, so call it and say rows deleted. If your deletion is successful, your counter is going to increment for rows deleted. If it is deleted properly, employee is deleted successfully. Okay, now just check it out. We have our program over here. I will enter say 3. My choice is 3. Now the record 181 only we will delete. Okay, you can enter any record, no problem. So 181 we will delete. Okay, say a user was deleted successfully. Let us display it to check. Now check it out. 181 is deleted from the table. Okay, now let us check it out in our MySQL table whether it has got deleted or not. So I'll share that screen. Okay, so this is my MySQL table. My 181 is the record which I want to delete. I have called it. Just refresh it. and check it out. 181 is deleted from the MySQL table as well. Okay, so this is your assignment, JDBC assignment. Okay, and in this assignment we have seen all the CURD JDBC operations: create table, update table, okay, delete the contents of the table, and display the table. So this assignment you have to do as it is, but on your table. Okay, I have used now the switch case, and that all you can add. Okay, so this is the assignment. The next assignment after Java validation, JavaScript validation, registration form validation, this assignment you have to do. Now check it out. To perform this assignment, we have used the console. We have taken it from the the console. We have taken the operation. We have taken the ID, name, and everything. In the next session we are going to start with the swings. Okay, swings are the using the swings we can create the forms with the text fields and buttons, and then with the help of that we are going to insert the data into the tables. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Again, you can watch the video, I will share it. Okay, is it okay, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
I'll share the video and the PPTs. I'm going to share it on the YouTube, and I will share you the link because VLP is quite cumbersome to access. So I'll try to share it from the uh, YouTube. Okay, I'll share you with the links. Okay, thank you and bye bye.